A Singles Event Guide. Chapter 1. A Singles Events Guide. Singles events where people meet. With singles events, you go out and meet other single people, unlike internet dating where you do it all from home. Most online dating websites are online dating only, but some do both. You can place an online ad with them, and they also hold regular singles events where people come out and meet each other. The most in vogue singles event nowadays is speed dating, followed by dinner dates and dances. There are companies dedicated to setting up singles events on a regular basis like the companies below, but there are also one-time single events which you can find in the ads in your local newspaper. Look up singles recreational events like a singles softball league, singles bowling league, etc. in your local area. There is a news story at foxnews.com/story/0,2933,157,073,00.html about a few stores in the United States and Germany that have a weekly singles night where, if you go to shop there, most of the other people there will be single, so if you see someone you like, you could make a play for a date. Simply look in your local newspaper in the entertainment section, upcoming events section and the social events section if they have one. You have to have the guts to go to these things. I know one guy who had a small business selling stuff at a weekly flea market, and he met his wife that way. If you can work at a convention center or a rink that hosts trade shows, sports events, etc., that's your best to meet lots of people. If someone likes you, they'll hit on you, you don't have to do anything. One guy runs the booth for his video game business at lots of trade shows. He told me he meets lots of chicks. They have a legitimate reason for being there. It's more casual this way. Meetup.com Singles Events. Meetup.com has many categories for people to meet live. Each of these categories has local chapters. There might be one in your area. If there is not, then you could create one. Dating-and-relationships.meetup.com. Singles-who-like-to-party.meetup.com. Speed-dating.meetup.com. Dating.meetup.com. Casualkiss.com. Singles.meetup.com. Socialnetwork.meetup.com. Social.meetup.com. Anuintown.meetup.com. Join a social media club. Groups.yahoo.com. Groups.google.com. Facebook.com. Meetup.com. Socialmediaclub.com. myaffair.com. Singles club or singles parties. You could create your own fun and make money by having singles parties. These can be done inexpensively by renting a church hall, apartment community room, or even hold an activity at a park or outside in a yard during the summer. Have all your women friends bring a single man with whom they're not romantically attached to. Advertise through friends, bulletin boards at supermarkets, flyers on windshields at singles apartments, etc. You could charge a fee or set up a bar. You could even make money. You just need music and some punch, it could be non-alcoholic. You could set up a buffet in a public park for $5 a shot and advertise it as a singles buffet. One group has a bi-weekly supper where they pick a restaurant, any single that wants to go goes, and they talk and eat with drinks afterward. The way to manage these events is to have a plan of things to do to keep the people from getting too uncomfortable. Start it off with a little welcome speech and say it's perfectly acceptable to go up and introduce yourself to someone in this forum. You could get them all to wear name tags. A good technique is to line the girls up at one end, then line the guys up and start the two lines shaking each other's hands such that everybody checks each other out for those few seconds. People are self-conscious enough without having nothing to do. Plan some events, even with things as mundane as Scrabble or horseshoes. Be a singles club leader. Throw singles parties through your church, work, or simply gather a group of singles together to go places like restaurants, bowling, etc. Network to get people to come. For food, take an order for pizza or other food, or have a vendor come in to serve bagels or hot dogs. Hosting parties are great because people will then invite you to their parties. You could start some kind of charity function. Gear it for singles like a supper or a dance or even a bachelor auction with media exposure. Get the police, hospital, school board, and firemen to donate their eligible bachelors and go on the local news to advertise it. You could even start more innocent activities like advertise for a board game or backgammon club to meet at a park on a picnic table. It would be free to do and could lead to things like new members inviting the others to their homes, going out as a group to a nightclub to socialize further, etc. Many local schools now offer their space for free to community groups who want to start clubs and such. One idea is to get a bunch of singles together and each write a personal ad with a number which you put up on a bulletin board, then people pick a date based on the ads, or you play games like you get 4 girls who picked number 16 to play a dating game thing for him. You could hold theme parties like a comedy party, playing comedy records, Gatsby party, wine and cheese, costume, roast, potluck dinner, clam bake, beach party, toga, old-time hoedown, casino, dinner, Southern Belle, masquerade party, volleyball party, calypso party with limbo, sports party like Super Bowl, pool party, 70s, restaurant roulette where a bunch of singles get together and spontaneously choose a restaurant to eat at, meetup.org, how to meet up for any reason or cause. Call your local lung association and ask them to sponsor a smokeless dance. They're open to this idea, having done them before. American Lung Association. lungusa.org. Chapter 2. A Singles Events Website Guide. Singles Social Event Websites. Try the following term in search engines. Your town or state plus singles event. Timeout.com is a general nightlife website. Singlesbrowser.com. Singles.meetup.com. Wannago.com, post an event and wait for members to say they want to go with you. OneGoodFriday.com, Christian. 3minutadating.com, Chicago. 8minutadating.com. 8minutespeeddating.com. Excel-a-date.com, Dayton, O. AdventureClub.com. AdventuresandEventsSeattle.com. AdventuresEakers.net, Minneapolis, and St. Paul Singles Club. AmazingZingly.com. APNAspeeddating.com, Asian Speed Dating. AsianRomance.com/Singles Lounge. ASinglePlace.com/dances.html, Los Angeles. AZCentral.com/singles/Scottsdale-singles-b.htm. Bay-area-single-45.meetup.com, San Francisco. BuyuriaSinglesDance.com. BayStateSingly.com. BellevueSingly.org, Christian. BethesdaSocialSingles.com. BriefDating.com, Western Massachusetts. BriefEncounters.com, VA, MD, and DC Singles. Catholic-Singles.meetup.com. Central Illinois SinglesDance.com. ChicagoSingleDining.com. ChicagoSingleMixers.com. ChristianParties.com. ChristianSingleFunEvents.com. CollarChat.com. CosmoParty.com. CountryClubs.com. CountrySingly.com. CoupleMinutes.com. Craigslist.org, look through the ads. CruisingForLove.com. Cupid.com/predating, predating, national. Cupid.com/speeddating.aspx. DanceGuard.com, Littleton, Co. DancesF.com, San Francisco. DancingList.com. Datefloor.com. Dating.meetup.com. Datingadvantage.com. Datingevents.com, San Diego. Datingparties.com. DCDatingService.com, Washington, D.C. DenverSingly.com. DenverSocial.com. DinnerFor6.com. Eventful.com. Eventful.com. Events.longisland.com. Events.seattlepie.com. Eventsforsingles.com. Eventsforsingles.us. Eventsanadventures.com, San Francisco, Dallas, and Houston, Texas, Seattle, Phoenix, and Vancouver, BC. Eventsanadventures.com, Seattle, Houston singles, and Minneapolis events. Eventsindenver.com. Eventsetter.com. Events-near.com. Experts.longisland.com/dating-singles. Finersingley.com. first-pres.org/singles/events.htm, Presbyterian. Floridasingleydance.com. Formsite.com/spirit/scheduler, schedule a spiritual singles event. foundating.com, Christian. foxvalleysingles.com, Wisconsin. funforsingles.com. funforsingles.com, Des Moines, Iowa. funnewjersey.com. gbgm-umc.org/pendissing/of-interest.html, Christian, Newport News. goldstarevents.com. groupia.org, Western Ohio. gwinettsingleydance.com, Atlanta, GA. h20friends.org, Herpes Community Social Events. hurrydate.com. icebreakersetc.com, St. Louis. idatingspace.com. indiesingley.com, Indianapolis. ivysinglesdc.com, the Ivy Singles Social Club of Washington, D.C. kysinglesdance.com, Louisville, KY. lawsinglesbwa.com/aboutlaw.htm, Love Again, Washington, D.C. area. ldsliving.com/saevents.asp, Latter-day Saints. listedlocal.com. localdatinggames.com. localwineevents.com. lakaandikeyevents.com. lovedetectives.com, make it easier for single men and women to find an activity or event in their area. Over 400 U.S. cities listed with singles clubs. lovemusiclovedance.com, Sacramento singles events. meetinggame.com, San Francisco. meetmarketadventures.com. meetup.com. meetup.com/singles-social. metroeastsocialsingles.com. metroplanners.com, New York, New Jersey. milwaukeesingleyGolf.com. mingle2.com. minglearound.com, Chicago. minglenow.com. minnesotasingley.com. moxieInthecity.net, Chicago. mynextevents.com. netforsingle.com. newsday.com/entertainment/local guide, Long Island, New York. newsinglefriends.com, Chicago. newyorkplanet.net, expand your NYC social circles. newyorkquickdate.com. nhsinglesparties.com, New Hampshire. newjersey-newyorksingles.com. newjerseyyp.org, New Jersey Young Professionals. offlinespeeddating.com. olchesapeake.org/chesapeake_singles.html. Over 55 singles activities and events group.meetup.com. partyist-cooking-classes-singles-events. peachtreepress.org/ministries/singles, Presbyterian Church. phyllisinglayconnection.com, Philadelphia. pittsburghlib.com/x/events/index.php. playlouder.com/singles club. portlandcitysingles.com. pre-dating.com, speed dating, 80 cities. premiersingley.com. quickdateinfo.com. quickieencounters.com. realspeeddate.com. rmc.sierraclub.org/singles/lead event.html, outdoor club. rochestersingleyevents.com. RockyMTNSingles.com/events, Denver, Colorado. Romanceopedia.com/ColumbusSinglesDance.html. RomancesingLE.com. SarasotaSingley.com, Florida. SavvyInsider.com, Singles Lifestyle Magazine and Social Events Calendar. SDLDSSingles.info, San Diego Latter-day Saints Singles. SelectSingley.org/clubs.htm. Senior-singles-get-together.meetup.com. Servantops.com/prayer/singles/events.htm, Christian. SierraClub.org. Singleandthecity.com, NYC. SingleEvents.com. SingleGourmet.com. SingleGourmetFlorida.com. SingLeHearts.com, Michigan. SinglePlus.multiply.com, Singapore Singles. Singles.ag.org, Single Adult Ministries, Montana. Singles.meetup.com. Singles-50.meetup.com. Singles-60-over.meetup.com. SingleSaints.com, Latter-day Saints. SinglesBrowser.com. SingleCT.com, Connecticut. SinglesDance.com. SinglesDance.net. SinglesDance.org, Ohio. SinglesDanceClubAnchorage.org, Alaska. Singles-dance-new-york.com. SinglesDanceParties.com, Nottingham, NH. SinglesDanceParty.com, Media, PA. SinglesDances.net. SinglesDances-newengland.com. Singles-dancing.meetup.com. SinglesEvents.com. SinglesFocus.org. SinglesInTheCity.net, Baltimore, MD, hosts events nationwide. Singlesites.com/singles_events.htm. SinglesMall.com. SinglesMarketplace.com, Denver. SinglesNews.net, Denver, Co. SinglesONthego.com. Singles-over-40.meetup.com. Singles-over-50.meetup.com. Singles-social.com, New York, New Jersey. Singles-social-activities.meetup.com. Singles-social-club.meetup.com. Singlestop.com/directory/singles_events. Speeddatingsite.com. Social45.com. Social-events.meetup.com. Social-events-and-outings.meetup.com. Social-events-for-50-singles.meetup.com. Social-events-for-50-singles.meetup.com. Social-events-for-singles-over-45.meetup.com. Socializing-with-other-singles-over-50.meetup.com. Socialmatching.com. Socialmonster.com/social-parties.asp, Chicago. Social network for friendship singles dating event point meetup.com. Socialweb.net/events. Solozingly.com. Speeddating.com. Speedmatchmaking.com. Spiritualzingly.org. SSDUSA.org, Single Square Dancers USA. StLouisSingles.com. StreetCarParty.com, singles meet and go bar hopping in a bus. SuccessfullySingLE.org. SundayNightClub.com. SundayNightDance.com, Davenport, IA. SweetandSingle.com. ThePartyHotline.com, the San Francisco and Monterey Bay areas. TheSingleDatingEvent.com. TheSocialPlace.com/events/event.aspx, singles over 40. ToledoSingley.com, Toledo, O. TouringForLove.com. TrueDating.com/speed-dating.html. Tugetha.com, find matches through activities, interests. UCGSingles.org, Wisconsin. Upcoming.org, social events calendar. Urbanevents.com. Urbanoutings.com. VIPsocialevents.com, Los Angeles. VSDC.org/singles.html, Vegetarian Events, Washington, D.C. Weekenddating.com, New York. WeSquareDance.com. WWJDSingles.com, Florida, Christian. WyndhamsMallMeetings.com, nationwide network of social event venues. XFactorDates.com/speeddating. YapClub.com/Cincinnati/singles.aspx. Singles Club's website /Singles Magazine websites. These are singles magazine/newsletters and websites. Some are specialized to one demographic, i.e. seniors, country folk, Christian, etc. Some are regional but many are generic national. 12match.com. 4asiansingley.com. 4-singles.com, Asian women. Alaskamen.com. Allaboutsingles.com. alxdating.com, art lovers. Americansingley.com. asiansingleywomen.com. askgrannydate.com. atlantasinglymag.com. azsinglescene.com, Arizona. bigstep.com. blackpeoplemeet.com. blacksingley.com. blacksingleyconnection.com. caringsingley.com. chemistry.com. chocolatesingley.com. christiansingley.com. city-of-brides.com. concernsingley.com. conversely.com. countrysingley.com. date.ca. dateandbeyond.com/girls.html. datecanada.ca. dating-central.com. wrdating.com. dreammates.com. eligiblemag.com, for women, features bachelors. esinglesdating.com. eusingles.com, earthwise. fairydust.com. fastcupid.com. friendfinder.com. friendzyarch.com. friendzyarch.com/dating. friendster.com. ge-dating.com, Great Expectations. greensingley.com. jtrue.com, Jewish. justwingit.com, dating services. lavalife.com. locatesingleywomen.com. lovelink.org, Latina women, East European. lovemore.com. lovezites.com. manilabeauty.com, Filipino women. manilaspeeddating.com. match.com. mate1.com, Asian. meet single women. New York exit.com. metrodate.com. modern-singles.com. network4singles.com, Virginia. officialdatingtips.com. 121mag.com. onlinedatingguide.com/singles. online-personals-7.com. pbsociety.com, Palm Beach Young Society. peoplemeet.com. perfectmatch.com. personalads.com. redhotdateline.com. relationships.com. reviewplace.com/dating. rightstuffdating.com, grads of Ivy League universities. romancelinks.com/meet_singles.html. romancem.com. sciconnect.com, Science Connection. searchingforasians.com. shesingle.com. sheok.com.sg, Singles Singapore. singleparentmeet.com. singles.com, 800-401-CHAT. singles-almanac.com, New Jersey. singlesanddating.com. singlescafe.com. singlescafe.net/good.html. singlescene.com. singlescenter.com. singlescoach.com. singlesyarch.com. Singlesinsight.com, Singlesites.com, Singleslife.net, Singleslist.net, Singlesmall.com, Singlesnet.com, Singlespot.com, general website for singles, Singlesrated.com, Singlesrights.com, Singles-services.com, Singles-tours.com/index.htm, Singlevision.com, Atlanta, Soulmatesource.com, SpeedDatingSpace.com, SuperiorNE.com, Country Connections, TangoByPhone.com/chatline, TLCWorldwide.com, True.com, Udate.com, UniversalDating.com, Women-Single.com, WorldwideSingly.loveme.com, Festival website/events website/party list websites, 2camels.com/festival/search.php, airshows.org, alllocalevents.com, artsfestivals.co.uk, asaenet.org/convctrs, convention and visitor organizations worldwide, askmen.com/fashion/travel_top_10, best party places, ballparks.com, beacheventsfun.com, bookthatvibe.com, bugbog.com/festivals/festivals.html, byregion.net, calendarlive.com, canfilm.co.kr/html/filmlink.fest.html, championship.com/calendar, events guide, citysearch.com, conventionbureaus.com, culturefinder.com, cultureguide.gr/events/index.jsp, deck.com/entertain/nightmap/welcome.html, list of nightclubs, destination360.com, dfgdocs.com/festivals, efestivals.co.uk, eventcal.com, current events, eventful.com, eventguide.com, eventkeeper.com, eventplanner.net/cities/usa/tourist, events.britishairways.com, eventspot.com, eventseeker.com, eventsetter.com, eventsci.com, eventsci.com/fairs, events-near.com, eventsource.com, eventsuk.britishairways.com, eventsworldwide.com, eventvibe.com, evite.com, local event listings, experiencefestival.com, expoguide.com, fairsnet.org, festival-con.fr, con, festivalfinder.com, festival5.com, festivals.com, festivalsdirectory.com, festivalseeker.com, Canada, filmfestivals.com, filmland.com/festivals, gotovision.com, current events, goldstarevents.com, worldsbestfestivals.com, gridskipper.com, holidayfestival.com, hotspots.com, IFA.com, International Festivals and Events Association, infofestival.com, infomat.com/calendar, languagesabroad.com/worldevents.html, liveconcerts.com, local.google.com, local.yahoo.com, localvents.yahoo.com, madeevent.com, musiccelebrations.com, musicfestival.co.uk, mynextevents.com, mypartyplanner.com/search/event, network23.org, alternative culture gatherings, newyorkhotellist.com, nairock.com, New York events, operabase.com, partyguideonline.com, raves.com, reasontoparty.com, renaissancefair.com, Shoniti.com, socialmatching.com, soultospirit.com/calendar/holidayByReligion.asp, list of religious festivals. thefunguides.com, thesocialplace.com, thuhatsup.com/newsletter.htm, timeout.co.uk, timeout.com, tourism-culture.com, tradeshowbuy.com, tscentral.com, upendoing.com/events, worldweb.com/events/festivals, upcoming.org, vacation-travel-guide.com, virgin-vacations.com/site_vv/11-top-party-cities.asp, best party cities in the world, world's top party cities, virtualfestivals.com, virtual-festivals.com, wcities.com, Ositas, welcomehome.org, whatsgoigon.com, whatsonstage.com, theater, whatsonwhen.com, when.com, find local events near you, womedia.org/upcoming-events.htm, worldparty.co.uk, worldparty.roughguides.com, worldwide-festivals.com, zagat.com.